Hi, my name is Natalia and I'm coming to you from Denmark, and this is my knitting podcast. It was just weeks since I recorded last time, but because I'm still knitting through Stephen West Geogradient Mystery Knit-along, I decided to record to show you update. I just finished my second clue, so I will talk with you about this when I'm discussing my whips. But let's start how it should be on like regular knitting podcast. So I will start with what I'm wearing. No, good, you can see this. This is pattern by PetiteKnit. It's called, make notes for myself. It's called Agnete Cardigan. So I knit this, I believe, in spring. Yeah, I believe. So this is really nice sweater. I really like it. It have this construction when you knit a bag first, a part of bag first, then you're picking up for the fronts, and then at some point when your fronts and back is at the same point, you are joining this to work. Okay, it's not in the round because it's cardigan, but you're joining this to work this as a one fabric under the arms. Then when all is done, I believe this is brioche stitch, and then in the end you have just simple ribbon. And I really like this finishing of this cardigan because you are working tubular bind off. Yeah, then you're picking up for the sleeves and work sleeves, and then, if I'm not mistaken, you're working button band. I'm not sure, but as I tell again, this is the pattern by PetiteKnit, Agnete Cardigan. I used the yarn what I had in stash. Right now I don't remember what was this, but it was DK weight yarn. The pattern is called for fingering, hold together with mohair, but I really like how mohair look. But there's even the softest mohair, I believe it's still itchy for my skin, so I have some sweaters even with mohair, but I don't use them that often as another sweater, so I made this in that yarn. I swatched my stitch count was good enough, so I went with this yarn. I put some buttons on the fabric what I get in something like thrift store, but I really like them, and I think even that they have nothing to do with the colors with the sweater, because it's like nice dark deep gray, and the buttons it's like beigey brownie. I still think it's goes together, and I really like it. So that's what I'm wearing. The bind off on the sleeves also tubular bind off. Really like this bind off. It's take time. It's not that easy as just normal bind off, but I think it's worth it to invest the time in this, since I don't know, to knit a sweater is not take a day or two. It's take a lot of work, so I think it's worth it to invest extra time to bind off the sleeve, that you know that sweater that you have, it will be really nice and will be with you for a long time. So that's what I'm wearing. Let's go now to finished object. I have just two, and let's then go to whip. And I also want to discuss one more project with you that I was showing two previous episodes, and now I'm considering to frog it. So let's go with the finished object. So last time I was showing you I was working on shorty socks, and I wanted to make them two at a time to find out why normally when I'm making socks which should be the same, they are not ending up with the same colors on top. And even that I was making them 2 at a time, they still end up to being not completely the same. But this now I know when the problem was. So I was knitting them, as I was showing you before, 2 at a time. I had really small amount of yarn, and I literally use every bit of yarn, and I get some like shorty socks. People was suggesting I put like just knit as much as I can and just put after sewed heel into this, but it's nice suggestion, and if I was using different yarn I will probably go with this, but with this I wanted to make heel like it was going. And as I was telling before, I was making the socks 2 at a time, but I was working short row heel, and for this it's maybe possible to make them 2 at a time, but I didn't make it. I made one heel on one sock and then heel on another sock, and that was the point when I knitted them the same way, but probably my tension wasn't the same, even though I knit this one after another during one day. After that, I don't know, I will try to show you this yarn amount. It's literally that what I have left after knitting socks. I didn't cut it yet. So if you will see, this one have like 1 row more of blue yarn on top of this one. This one I just started some blue yarn, and part of bind off it's still green, but this one it's completely blue. So yeah, they look like really similar, look like really close, but I know that there is like 1 row difference between them. Not like one is bigger, no one is big, they are the same, but because my tension changed while I was working heel, now they're not the same. So maybe if I will work heel like after I finish knitting, that will be the same. And I know that it's take around 2 stripes for me in this yarn to make a heel. So maybe next time I will try to cut, like when I'm coming to the point when I need to put toe, I will cut the yarn and wind off like 2 stripes, leaving them for the heel, and then make afterthought heel. Then I know that the colors are still there. Maybe I will try it, but this is the socks what I achieved from last time. Again, I have small size of shoes. I use European 37, and I'm making socks on 56 stitch count, and I'm knitting them on 2mm needles. So I didn't weigh them how much they weigh, but if I will do, I will write down below. But yeah, that's my first finished object. I like shorty socks, so I normally wear them even with sneakers, even that I don't know if sneakers I really go with knitted socks, but it's good enough for me. So that's my first finished object. All what I need to do now is wind the ends, and as I said, this one, like if I will look to how much I get, it's like maybe a meter difference, even less, but I still get that difference. Yeah, maybe I'll try better next time, but yeah, this is my first finished object. I have one more, and then we're gonna go to Steven West Mystery Knit Along. My second finished object is a hat. I didn't had that even casted last time, but I was going to some event at work where I knew that I will be mostly sitting all day, and I still can participate in a conversation, and I hear and listen like everything was going on, if I have some simple project on the hands or when we have breaks, they can work. So since my socks wasn't finished yet and I didn't wanted to start another socks, I decided to make some hat. And because I didn't knew how much I can knit during the day, I decided to make a top of the hat and then just knit from there. That in case I need, I will try, or in case I make too much, I will just rip, because I didn't want it to work decreases while I'm doing something. Yeah, so I made the top increases while I was at home day before, and then started to work. I put this marker to mark end of increases. Yeah, I just make this simple. I make small swatch, find out how much I need to have like stitches in the end, and then decide to make this like 4-point increases. Now come good, you can see this. I didn't wash or block it yet, but there's like 4 points and I make increases from there. And it's simple 2x2 hat. Yeah, I will try to wear this for you, that you will see. Just simple like that hat. I like how it looks. It's not too big, not too small. And I make, now my hair is crazy. Yeah, we will pretend that it's okay. So I make this tubular bind off also here, but actually this tubular bind off I don't really like, because while I was making it, I thought I should, let's start from begin. Yarn what I use for this hat. I had 2 balls of yarn. It's called Sunday, and it's colored by PetiteKnit. It's from Sadness Garn. So this is finger and way yarn, and I like finger and way hats, but I feel like sometimes they're not warm enough for me. So since I have 2 balls, I decided to hold this double, and I thought it's gonna just work up faster and it will be warmer, but decay it's not still like too heavy to wear, because some hats can be too warm. So color, I don't know if they go, no, the colors is just numbers, so it's 2564, but it's like nice, I don't know, cinnamon chocolatey color. I like it. So I basically hold the 2 together and get like DK weight yarn. This is what I have left. I have like 34 or 36 yarn left. So I think even if you want deeper, like brim, or the hat will sit deeper, or even if you make a hat for men and it should be even bigger, the 100 gram of yarn still will be enough. So right now, like I made this hat and my friend really liked it, and I had this Sunday yarn in black and she wanted black hat. So most likely, like today, I will cast on another hat. One modification I will make to this, when I'm gonna work bind off, I will keep just 1 thread and bind off with this. I will wash it, and if I still don't like the end, I will rip the bind off and then work tubular bind off, holding just 1 yarn, because I use hold 2 threads of yarn through all hat. So modification what I will do, it's make it, when I'm binding off, hold just 1 yarn. And my friend have a baby, so she tell if that will be possible for me to make a hat for her also. So I will be making 2 hats, and since I was writing down how I make all increases, I think I will make I will figure it out how to make it smaller. And if I'm gonna manage to do this and it will still work like this, because I like the increases how they work out, then I will probably make a pattern for this. If you would like to test knit it for me, please also write to me here or on Instagram, and we're gonna find out how to do this, because I wrote all notes for myself while I was writing this. And since it's take just 100 gram of finger weight yarn or DK weight yarn, so I think if you have 1 skein of finger weight yarn, you just simply can wind that and use 1 thread from inside the cake and 1 from outside and make it. So yeah, that's my second finished object. Really like it and looking forward to be wearing this and knitting more of that. Yes, and now we are going to Mystery Knit-along. If you don't want to see this, then just look away. I will start showing the yarn, and then we'll go to the glue. So again, I'm using pink colors yarn, and this is my yarn combination. Oops, I don't gonna bother to pick them up again, but yeah, that's that was my colors. Last week I showed you I finished glue 1, and I followed the first instruction what was posted. I knew that it was changed after this. I decided to keep mine. I don't gonna go into discussion why and all another. I decided to keep this, and so I started to making glue 2 after first one that was original one. So spoiler alert, I will show my first and second glue of Steven West Mystery Knit-along. If you don't want to see, then just look away. So that's my shawl right now. So this in the middle, it was first part, and then this part where you can see these islands and garter ridges, this is the second glue, and it's identical on both sides. So first part you have square shape, and then you add in triangles on the both side. So I worked first part and then worked second part. I still have a lot of yarn left, so I think I can make quite big shawl. There is 2 more sections coming right now. I'm still really happy with this. I like it. Islands, it's not something what I really normally like, but I'm going with the flow. So far I like it. I'm really happy about my color combination. First I wasn't sure if it's that what I'm gonna go with or no, but right now how it's going together, I really like it. It's still blending, it's not have high contrast, and as I was telling you before, I don't really like high contrast, so this one, it's really perfect for me. It's kind of my vibe, my colors, so I really like it, and I'm gonna keep it. We will see what next glue will come in. Today is Monday. Next glue should come on Thursday, so it's 3 more days, but I'm happy that I made the glue. So when next gonna come, I'm ready to make it. So that was my one, and for now only work in progress. Now I have one more. Last time I was showing you the shawl or wrap what I'm working with. It's gray color similar to this one, but after I showed you last time, I figured out that I actually dropped a stitch while I was knitting somewhere a long time ago. So I ripped the big part. I was trying first to pick up, but it wasn't working out as I wanted. So I ripped to the place where I can easily pick it up, and now I'm not even at the point when I was before. Now I want to discuss with you something that I was showing before, and I'm considering to frog it. So if you remember last time I was showing you cardigan, I'm making this in a yarn. This is the yarn, it's Lana Grossa Alora hand dyed yarn. It's a yarn would have cotton. It's 76% cotton, then 14 merino and 10 alpaca. So it's not like, by the content you don't expect it to be warm, but it's actually quite warm. So I wanted to make cardigan. I wanted to make construction actually similar to this one. So I decided to like figure it out. I knitted like all body, look like that, and I started to make a sleeve, and now I'm thinking I should just frog all that. I should just frog, save yarn, and make it again, because it's cotton and Angora, it's stretching quite a lot. I tried to make this bottom up. Now, last time when I was looking on this, I saw that the like holes for the sleeves, it's quite big, and it's actually like, if I look on this, it's actually really big. It's no way it's good. There's no way it's good. So I think I will frog it and then just make simple cardigan with top-down construction. I will keep this half fisherman rib, would look like similar to brioche. I will keep that stitch and just will try to make a raglan construction. I want cardigan. I won't use this yarn. It's not going right. It's just not going right. So I'm gonna, even though I put a lot of work into this, I think it will be more fair to frog it and knit it, as it will just be sitting in a basket, and I don't want to work on this because I think that inside I already know that this will be a fail. It's not gonna work like I want. So yeah, write me if you think I should frog it or no, but I'm considering to frog it. Yeah, that was all from me this week. Since it was just a week ago I was recording, I don't have that much more to say about my knitting. It's getting colder here, so now it's time to take off all sweaters and another stuff. I'm considering next time to show my another Steven West shawls that I was making before or while Mr. Niton was going, or after, if there was, because I had, I believe, 2 shawls what I need after Mr. Niton was already finishing, but I like the pattern, so I make them. So next time I think I'm gonna show you my Steven West shawl collection, if I can call it like that. The shawls what I need from Steven West patterns. Yeah. Other than this, I hope you all well, even in this crazy world, even this crazy life that we are living. Hope you're all well, and I hope to come back to you next week, same time, and show my Steven West finished shawl. See you. Hi.